and girls, happy Tuesday! We are Tuesday, December 1st. It is the first day of December. Isn't that exciting? I love December. It's always I feel like a happy month. So I'm excited to see what December has in store for us. Today we're going to be working on lesson 29, boys and girls. So yes, we are so close to finishing our module 1 for wit and wisdom. That is super exciting, boys and girls. I know we have worked so hard all these months. We have, prepared our focusing question tasks. We are getting all that information that we need to be successful in our essential question that is our end of module task. So I'm excited for that. And just like every book, we have a focusing question task coming up, and that is on lesson 29. We might not get to it today, but we will get to it tomorrow. And it's exciting to be wrapping up, the book Skytree with our focusing question task, because that means that we are going to start getting ready for our end of module. Yay! Awesome, boys and girls. I'm very proud of you. So let's start it with lesson 29. So in lesson 29, the student will be able to determine the central message of Skytree. Oops, I forgot to write Skytree there, but it is Skytree. And draft an informative paragraph. So we will be working on part of gathering all that information to complete our focusing question task. So what is our what? Central message. That is our main part in this recorded video. We're going to look at the main reason of why the author wrote the book. We're going to look at the topic, the subject about something. We're going to look at evidence throughout this lesson, something written that exists, something that proves something, or that, proves our topic statement, basically. We're going to be drafting in lesson 29. That is the first piece of writing, and we're going to be looking closely in the structure of the informative paragraph, making sure that we're using the order that we need to use to organize our writing. So how are we going to do that? So we are going to slightly reread Skytree. I know that yesterday we also slightly reread parts of it, just so that we can be able to determine that central message. Then we're going to review the focusing question, determine the evidence, and lastly, we will draft our informative paragraph, and that will be our focusing question task. And why is it important? It's important to draft our writing to have a chance to review it. Whenever you guys write something, it's very important that you go and check what is going on. First example I can give you, look at the adjective. Mrs. Alvarez did not go back and review it. And she then, when she was doing the video, she saw that she was missing Skytree. So that is why it's very important that when we write something that is going to be, like an informative paragraph, we have that first draft of, draft of writing, and we can go back, read it, give each other feedback, see how we can make it better, so that we can then publish it, right? So it's important for us to go back and reread it. Yes. So I want you to, at this time, to get your response journal. So I'm going to give you 10 seconds to get your response journal out. So you're going to go to your response journal. The next blank page, it doesn't matter. You're going to go to the next blank page right here. 10 seconds, go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to write what you think about the word cycle. What do you think it means? So you're going to write what you think the word cycle means, okay? So, go. I will give you 1 minute. Go. Remember, you are writing what you think the word cycle means? What do you think it means? Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to save that information. Just place it on the side, the response journal of what you think the word cycle means. We're going to come back and see, okay? So let's go into the next part. So let's all co-read the focusing question task. What does that mean? We're all going to read it together. When I say get ready, you and me will read the focusing question task. Are you guys ready? And get ready. How does Skytree show the cycles of seasons? Let's do it one more time. I need to make sure that all of you are saying it with me. So let's make sure that we're focused, looking at the screen, following instructions. Come on, I'm waiting. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you for doing that. So now let's all read it all together. I need to hear everybody read it and get ready. How does Skytree show the cycle of seasons? Awesome job, boys and girls, and thank you for reading it with me. Next sentence is our content framing question, and we're going to do the same thing that we were doing with our focusing question. So everybody sit down. Let's get ready and get ready. What is the central message of Skytree? Oh, I did not hear 100%. I need to make sure I hear everybody reading this question. So I'm going to wait 5 seconds to get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you so much for getting ready, sitting up straight like a STAR student. Now let's all read this content framing question. Get ready. What is the central message of Skytree? This is the main thing that we're going to be working in this recorded video. We're going to be looking at the central message. Why was this book written? What information did we learn from it? And what is the central idea, the main point of this book? So let's work together to determine the central message of the book. So at this time, boys and girls, I do want for you guys to sit down, freeze, fold, and focus on the video to make sure that you're getting 100% quality instruction and you're understanding the central message of the book. That is our main point of the objective, so it's very important that you guys are paying attention and understanding so it can help you answer that focusing question and it can help you for your informative paragraph. So we're going to go and reread the very first and last pages of the story. That is the first thing that we're going to do. So this is the very first part of the book, well, the first page. So very close attention, okay, boys and girls? I'm watching. Once a tree stood alone on a hill by the river. Through the long days, its leaves fluttered in the soft summer breeze. Let's go into the next page. But then the days grew shorter and the nights longer. The winds became cold and the tree began to change. So those are the first pages of the book. Now let's look at the very last page of the book. Let's see how they are similar to each other. I know I'm going a little bit fast. Let me see. right here. Last 2 pages. The old snapper crawled out of the mud and laid her eggs on the warm hillside. The tree leaves uncurled in the spring sunlight, and the birds returned to build nests for their young. Look at this tree. Does it look similar to the first tree that we saw in the beginning of the story? The tree stood on the hill by the river. Once again, its leaves fluttered in the soft summer breeze. Now we're going to think. You are going to think. How are the beginning and ending of the text similar? How are the beginning and ending of the text similar? Think about it. How are they the same? How are they similar? Give you 20 seconds to think about this question. How are the beginning and ending of the text similar? If you are thinking that the text begins and ends with the same season, you are right. In the beginning of the book, it's summer. At the end of the book, it's summer. So yes, the descriptions of the book of the 2 pages are very similar, boys and girls. That is how they're the same. It is the same season. The words are even the same, right? So yes, let's go to our next question. You're going to think about this question. What messages do these similarities communicate to readers, to us? What messages? What are they trying to tell us? Why did the authors put the same words in the beginning and the same words at the end? What messages is he trying to show us? Think. What messages? If you are thinking that the seasons start all over again, you are right. Yes. It communicates that the seasons are going to start all over again. It started on the summer, ended on the summer. What is our prediction? What is our inference? Is that the summer is going to start again, and the season will go on into the next one, that is fall. Now that we broke down how the beginning and the end is, we are going to stop. You are going to get your response journal out again. It's supposed to be on the side. You should not have put it away. You're going to flip the page and you're going to write, what is the central message of Skytree? Okay? So, let me show you how you're going to do this. So 10 seconds to get your response journal out. You should already have it on the side. Remember in the beginning of this lesson, I told you to get it out and write what you think the word cycle meant. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. So make sure that you write idea 56 and 57, your name, the date, and your goal. And you are going to write, what is the central message? So remember, boys and girls, you need to start with the central message of Skytree is, and then you rate it. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to write the central message of Skytree. Think about those ideas that we gathered, guys. You know, how the beginning and the end are similar, and what message were they trying to tell us, the reader. Okay, think about that, and that's going to help you answer what the central message of Skytree is. Two minutes. 20 seconds. Okay, boys and girls. So now let's talk. What do you think the central message was? If you were thinking that the central message is that some things change and some things stay the same, you are right. If you were thinking that the central message was that things happen again and again, you are right. That is the one I was thinking of. So the central message of Skytree is that things happen again and again. We know that they're trying to show us that, the cycle keeps going, right? The seasons every year are the same. So now, boys and girls, let's go back and think what the word cycle means, right? In the beginning of the story, we talked about the word cycle. We didn't actually talk about it. I told you to write it down. So go back into your response journal and look at that word. So here it is, boys and girls. Cycle is something that happens again and again. So in the book Skytree, it started with summer, then it went with autumn, then winter, spring, and then it ended with summer again. So what was our inference? That the cycle was going to happen again and again, right? So the word cycle, how does the word cycle connect to Skytree? Just like I said right now, the cycle happens again and again. So we're going to be writing this word in our vocabulary journal. So the word cycle is events that repeat in order over and over. So at this time, boys and girls, let's get our vocabulary journal out. So we're going to go into our vocabulary journal. Where are we? Right here, vocabulary journal. Let's flip the pages. We should already have a lot. I forgot to number over here. So I have 25 and 26, 27, and the word cycle will be 28. So we're going to put cycle. Okay. What does the word cycle mean? Events that happened over and over again, right? In a specific order. So events that repeat in order over and over again. I will give you 2 minutes to write this word in your vocabulary journal. Go. Okay, boys and girls, you do have 5 more seconds. If you have not finished, you can pause the video, continue copying the word, and then continue with our recorded video. And boys and girls, we are done with our recorded video. Awesome job. You guys did amazing on determining that central message, working hard to make sure that we were understanding the similarities in the beginning and the similarities at the end, and then of course determining that central message. I can't wait to see you at 9 in the morning in our live class. Be ready to learn, be ready to grow, and let's have fun. Have a wonderful live class, boys and girls. Bye.